Hello YouTube, anyways, we got a big agenda today. I forgot to do bond conversations, so we're going to start off with them, especially since one of them is actually important, because it's Fagato and Lynn. I want to one-turn Lucina's Paralogue, because I want to get 2 Paralogues done this video, which means I'll have quite the thumbnail. If I fail,
you seem to be well liked by all, Lucina.
Short video.
I think that's simply
short video.
splendid.
Is that unusual? I'm sure I have the normal amount of friends, no more than anyone else.
It'll be interesting to try to get Lucina and Lynn on the same thumbnail. It'll be interesting. It'll be a challenge.
You really know how to throw your weight around in a fight. We should spar sometime.
Your combat ability is impressive too. It reminds me of a close friend of mine.
But I'm like starting to get to a point where I'm starting to put multiple people in thumbnails anyways, because Chapter 16 will have them as well. This is the important one, just because higher levels of Lynn for him.
Are you truly a prince? Really? I'm sorry. It's just I still find it hard to believe.
Sheesh. When you ask like that, I start to doubt it myself. I mean, I am the Prince of Somme, right?
I really wish the bond conversations were longer. They're some of my favorite moments of this game, but they're so short. Arena of the Gods, Paralogue 3. Let's go. I put Byleth on Kagetsu in the end instead of Marin because I want the mobility for it. If I don't like it, I'll switch it back. Currently, I have Lucina on Marin and Camilla on Louis. Yeah, this map is easy to one-turn.
Lucina? I feel a magical power here.
This appears very similar to Arena Ferox. Most curious.
Ferox? That's a place from your world, right?
Yes. Ferox is a kingdom divided by east and west, with a militaristic Khan overseeing each. Every so many years, a fighting tournament is held to determine which Khan will rule them all. Arena Ferox is where I cross swords with my father.
He taught you swordsmanship, yes? It must have been an interesting, if fierce, bout.
Yes. It was a hard fight. He had no idea who I was and held nothing back. He'd trained me well, but that fight was when I first saw just how strong my father really was. That must be precisely why this familiar place was chosen as a trial ground.
Trial ground? What does that mean?
We each feel the extraordinary power here. Tell me what it feels like deep down.
It's almost like I'm sensing your power, but also like you're far away.
Well then, draw your weapon. Fight me. If you pass the trial, our bond will grow stronger. With a stronger bond, you will be able to draw upon more of my power as an emblem.
I hope I can learn as much in this arena as you did.
That's good to hear. However, it's going to require more than hope for you to win this battle.
You're going to be surprised if you think I'm only bringing hope to this fight.
That's the spirit.
No, the spirit is literally cheesing this map. She has 2 health bars. One of them can be Astral Stormed. The other can probably be gone by Byleth into Raging Storm. Into Houses Unite. Yeah, see this how small this is? Don't need. Bolting could also help. Warp might also help. Definitely need. I have 1 more slot. You, contract. I don't know why I'm bothering saving. I'm not going to lose. That's the wrong button. Swap spaces. Two health bars.
Don't hold back. Strengthen our bond. Fight with everything you've got.
Roast beef.
Nice.
1 health bar down.
Now I have
It knows that she has a bow equipped, so she can be one-range combated extremely easily.
I can't retreat now.
any dropped items. Money. Money. Money? Money. Money. Yeah, so we really didn't get to hear the music. But thankfully, we heard it in Chrom's Paralogue.
Yes.
So.
I will obey.
Not completely irrelevant.
Off I go.
Sure, let's just bolting or something. I don't know.
Mediocre.
Hey, you got crit.
I've got this.
Didn't know you were allowed to get crit with that. So Byleth is really cool because you got this. You also got Instruct, which increases dexterity of everyone within range. One of the skills, I can't remember what it's called, means that if you were a miss, can be re-rolled and possibly hit. Not a concern at all.
Come.
Oh my lord, it's Lyn. Last time I wanted Lyn, I didn't get Lyn, but now I got Lyn here. I'm trying to get money. I might as well. But yeah, I'm one-turning this map. So I'll do all the things I would typically topic about in this map in the Lucina, in the Lyn one. Because, like, this is a bad showing for the first Emblem Paralogue. Because, like, there's things I want to always talk about in the Emblem Paralogues, and then I one-turn it.
Fearless. So strong.
Wow. One turn. I two-turned into maddening, and I wasn't even really trying to low turn count it, so it's easy. I probably could have done this one ages ago.
I lost. Your combat skills have grown admirably. Compared to when we first met, you've grown strong and become a formidable opponent.
Thank you. It is in no small part because of your guidance, Lucina.
Such kind words. If I helped you at all, then I couldn't be happier. There's a lesson there, you know. What one person can achieve on their own is limited.
I agree. I couldn't have come this far by myself. Everything I've accomplished has been thanks to those who have fought beside me.
I'm relieved to hear that. I feel my friends close by even now. Their spirits live on in me.
Their spirits live on.
The power of my bonds with them helped us to change a hopeless future, the same as you are now with your own allies.
You're one of those allies, Lucina. Aren't you?
Of course. I'll fight with you until the very last.
Then we can't lose, no matter what the world sends our way.
You're right. Our bonds are far stronger than destiny.
Let's quickly do exploring, and then I'm just gonna, pause the good old recording. Yeah. Pause the recording and do all the Somniel stuff because I still want to do it. Most likely we won't have time for supports at the end of this video, but what's the next chapter? Chapter 15. Yeah. I'll have time after the next one. Yeah. So it does take emblems off the units after these parallels, which means I have to re-put Lucina on, which is annoying, but, oh well.
Excellent.
This is a pretty fun map to be able to walk around in, actually. Because it's a very memorable map. I mean, it even has a Smash Bros. Stage, but yeah. I'll be back, YouTube. Okay, YouTube. Anyways, Ancient Well, this is what we got. Ooh, okay, Warp. That's actually great. That's actually fantastic. I don't need a Silver Dagger, unfortunately, though. I'm just gonna... For 4 stars, though, that's pretty sucky, actually. Do you make it a 3-star? No. Okay. Anyways, let's do this. So I forgot, like, what do I want to talk about? The character, the game, the music, and the map choice. So essentially the same all I already have, except talking about the game, and the music. Easier said than done with, Lucina, since, you know, we've already beaten it. Thankfully we had the music with, Robin. Some of the music are medleys or combinations of multiple music tracks. I know what ones are
The
those.
smell, so much like home.
Home? Do you mean the world you're from?
Yes, this place is just like the Sakai Plains. That's where I was born. I remember their beauty well. When I was young, those plains seemed to stretch forever.
It truly is wonderful scenery. And the wind is so pleasant.
It makes me happy to hear you say that, even if this is not my true homeland. We woke at dawn and tended to our cattle, caught game, and slept when the sun set. That was every day of my life growing up on the plains. But it didn't last forever.
Can you tell me what happened?
The Lorca tribe, my people.
She's a
were
Fire
attacked
Emblem
by vicious
protagonist,
bandits.
Alir. That's what
Killed
happened.
So many of us. The bandits were cowardly. They poisoned our drinking water, then attacked in the chaos.
That's terrible.
Yes, but the Sakai Plains are our motherland and have always blessed us with their bounty. It is a place I love deeply, though it holds many painful memories. Enough mourning. The sense of this place is exciting me. Ready your sword. I'll show you the true skill of a Lorca tribe warrior.
I can't wait. You won't beat me easily, though. I've overcome so many hardships in my life. And more will come, I'm sure.
But our bond will grow stronger with this fight, as will my power. So whatever you do, don't hold back.
I'm going to talk about FE7, even though this map is from FE6, by the way. I'll talk about that as well. But I am going to talk about FE7 as a game, not FE6 as a game. We'll have Roy's Paralogue for that. Okay. This one is honestly an extremely painful map. Marita asks, sure. Unit selection. No! Oh, God. Yep. Let's get you down here, though. I want Marin down here. I actually want Ivy. And then I want that. No, I want Byleth. There we go.
Are you ready? Then come at me. Attack with everything you've got.
I can hear the voices of enemy forces in those tents. We should attack them, quickly.
Okay, so the Lucina Paralogue.
Any customers?
I want to say that I don't like the map choice. I really do, but I couldn't tell you a better one to pick for Lucina. The music is a medley of the first and final map themes, those being Prelude and Id Purpose, as well as mostly being based around Destiny, which I think is essentially the Lucina map theme. Overall, all that I think is a fair pick. I personally think Crom Robin would have been a better pick from Awakening is the base game emblem, but Lucina is not a bad pick. I think gameplay-wise, she's also very fun, being kind of a good mix of a lot of Awakening's mechanics. With like the pair-up stuff, bonded shield, both feel very Awakening-y. So I'd say those are were very good choices, gameplay-wise for her. I like the music. I think the map is fine. I couldn't tell you a better map to pick. I wouldn't say I like it, but again, what else would they have done for her? Is really what I'm getting at.
With pride.
Yeah, that's really all I have to say with Lucina's. Oh, and Awakening itself. I'm not gonna spend a whole ton of time going into like what I think of Awakening as a game, because I have an Awakening playthrough on this channel where I already go over it. Awakening is my first Fire Emblem game, so I have a bit of a soft spot for it, a little bit of bias. It's fine. The more you think of it as a sandbox, the more I like it. Personally, because it really is a sandboxy type game. I think its map design is kind of weak. Its story is very inconsistent. It starts really strong, and I think the ending's pretty strong as well. But the middle point, I just don't enjoy at all. Man, is that really all I have to say on Awakening? I think it's a fine game. I think it's too much flack amongst elitists. And too much praise from newbies. I think it is amongst elitists, it is overhated, but I think it gets way too much. Like, every time Awakening is brought up, anytime anybody even has even a remote complaint about it, Fire Emblem newbies are like, it has saved the franchise, you better be grateful. Like, we know, we've been hearing that exact same talking point. I mean, I should say we, because I'm, in the grand scheme of things, I'm actually a pretty new fan still.
Serves you right.
Like, everybody knows by now that it saved the franchise. You don't need to go on and on about it, because that's a very well-known fact. So that's my whole thing on Awakening. It's a good game.
Come again.
Awakening babies can be really annoying. Not as much now, because enough games have came out since then that you have less people that like haven't played any games other than it. Like with Three Houses, there's like a lot of people like with Engage and the Three Houses fans that like Engage wasn't Three Houses 2, and they're like, this isn't good, and it's just like, and they're like, it's different, and I don't like that. And it's just like, Three Houses is the different game.
Are you watching?
There are definitely people, I hate to say it, there's definitely people that are less Fire Emblem fans and more Three Houses fans, and that's completely acceptable. Three Houses, that's completely fine. Three Houses is a very different Fire Emblem game. It's a very different game. So there's bound to be people that like the unique things in Three Houses, but like typical Fire Emblem gameplay isn't really for them, and it just stinks that they have to find that out. But that's just how it is.
I've been better.
Oh, that's a little issue. How much damage can you do? Oof, 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 oof. Can you rescue? Can you rescue? No, you can't. You have an elixir. Let's change you to the Iron Axe. And I'm gonna trade. I'm gonna get that elixir and I'm gonna chug it. Wait. She is a Worm Slayer. I can kill them both. Never mind. Never mind. I don't need to play defensive. Yeah, I essentially just like I sped run the map itself. I speed ran. That's it. I speed ran talking about all the stuff I want to. Anyways, I want to talk about the music here first. We've obviously heard it before. It's just a rearrangement of Winds Across the Plains. Some of the emblem map themes are rearrangements. Some are medleys of map themes from the games. This is one of the former. It's a good one. I'm not a huge fan of FE7's music. I think of the 3 GBA games, it has the worst soundtrack. I think the good tracks in it are better than most of Sacred Stones, but I prefer the bad tracks to Sacred Stones over the bad tracks and just the tracks I don't like in FE7. But this is a good map theme. I do like it. And as opposed to the map, as the map itself, it's not from FE7. But I can't really think of an FE7 map that I think would fit well for Lyn that isn't from Lyn mode. Now, I personally probably would have picked the final map from Lyn mode to actually get an FE7 map. But that would also not be on the Sakai, and you definitely want a Sakai map. And like all the Sakai maps in Elub are either FE6 or like the beginning of Lyn mode, which are extremely easy and boring maps. Now, obviously, there's some easy and boring maps that did get turned into Divine Paralogs, especially since this is the second one. They should just make this Paralogue 3 instead of Lucina's, or made just both of them really easy. I think that would have been the way to go personally. And then just like, even then, like, even in Lyn mode, there's like, what, 4 Sakai maps? I guess I probably would have picked the Defend map from Lyn mode, but I don't know. I want to trash this map choice, but I kind of find it hard to. I've actually never done the Sakai route in FE6. And when I do, I never did say what game I wanted to do next on the channel. I just said that there was one that I wanted to do next. FE6. When I do FE6 on the channel, I definitely don't want a Sakai route. I want the Ilia route. So reinforcements comes from the tents once Lyn is attacked, but I only have like 3 more tents with enemies, and that one's hard to wipe out without actually just going to Lyn. Let me just, I have more tents than I thought. Okay, oh well. Let me just say, this map on Maddening was the bane of my existence. It wasn't very fun. To put it lightly, I did not enjoy it. But this is fine. On hard mode, it's actually not that bad. Anyways, Lyn is the emblem choice. I think Lyn was the correct choice. If you only had to pick one FE7 Lord, Lyn is not my favorite. She isn't. And that's just a fact. Sorry, Lyn fans, she's not my favorite. She is still the one I'd pick to represent the game and Engage. She is.
Tough, you know.
I wouldn't pick Elowood. You already got his son, Roy. And I love Hector. Hector's my favorite FE7 Lord. But Lyn is the first Lord you meet in the game, as well as the first Fire Emblem character players met in the West. I just think she is a good choice. Even if she's not my favorite, she was still a good choice. And FE7 as a game, my opinions have changed on it so much over the years. Over the 2 years since I've started playing it. It's fine. I'd probably say, I don't know. Sacred Stones is weird to me because it has some of my favorite GBA FE gameplay. It also has some gameplay that I freaking hate. It has some of my least favorite map design in the franchise. I also don't like Sacred Stone's story that much or its characters much. Well, I do like FE7's cast. I like FE6 is my favorite GBA game in every single way. Music, characters, story, world building. It is my favorite in every way. But what my second favorite is, I really don't know. I don't know. FE7's not irredeemable. I think it's a really good game.
That was eye-opening.
I think out of the GBA games, I'd probably say it's the most replayable. Because the routes in Sacred Stones really don't make much of a difference. Plus, the Erica route maps are... There's not a good one. Okay, her first one's not terrible, but there weren't really good ones, or at least Ephraim's route has some absolute... My favorite maps in Sacred Stones
I'll manage.
are the Ephraim route ones. Quite literally, my favorite maps.
I love you all.
And actually, you know what? No, Sacred Stones is my least favorite GBA game. But really, outside of Ephraim mode maps, I don't really like a lot of them. But Ephraim mode has some of my favorite maps in the franchise, ironically. I quite love his Defend map, and I like Chapter 14 as well. I'm talking more about Sacred Stones than I am FE7. FE7's fine. It's not my least favorite GBA game. Long story short, it's not my least favorite GBA game. That's a long way of saying it. It's a fine game. It's a good game. It's a good game, actually. No, it is. Its story isn't my favorite, but I'd still say its story's not much better, but I would rank its story higher than Engage. Engage's story, I've said it before, is very much a story that only exists to get you from one map to the next. Gameplay came first, and I'm perfectly fine with that. I mean, I skip story when I'm not on my first playthrough. Or recording, for the most part. There's exceptions. Tellius is an exception. Every once in a while, I actually read the story, pay attention to the story, even on repeats. FE4 I occasionally do. Thracia I occasionally do. But those are the only... That's it. Three Houses I also do, because Three Houses, the story is the redeeming quality to me, but the story is my favorite part of the game. So I also go to a story. So my 5 favorite stories in the franchise are the only ones I actually pay attention to when I'm not recording or on repeat or on first playthrough. So that's not really a good thing, but you know, it is what it is.
Thanks for the
She may start moving this enemy turn. I don't know. She starts moving after a certain amount of time, regardless of whether you attack her or not. And if it's this turn, I'm in a little bit of doo-doo because of
They live
them.
happily ever after.
It's yeah, I like FE. I like FE7. As much as I want to say that I don't like FE7, that's just not true. I don't like its soundtrack. I stand by that, but FE7's a good game. FE7's fine. I like it. And this map, I actually kind of like. When I'm not playing a maddening, for goodness gracious sake. That was bullcrap. Gosh darn it, there's dialogue. And this is another Emblem Paralogue that's kind of... look at all the blue thingies. They really expect you to use a lot of engages, but I don't need to on hard mode. It's not hard enough. Oh, there wasn't dialogue. I got skipped. Gosh. There is a conversation here.
It feels a little strange to fight you. I'm reminded of my father and all that happened.
Oh, I'm rather happy about this fight myself. Facing someone as skilled as you is a pleasure.
If only he had been so encouraging. Very well. Let's begin.
Everything I hear about like Papa Elugia, he's just not a good guy. Like, he's just awful.
Must be faster.
Woo! 1 health bar down. Yeah, she can be annoying though because of Astra Storm, but like, this map's really only hard if you don't get to a lot of tents. Like, I don't expect always to get to all of them. Like, these two in particular are pretty hard to get to. That one isn't terrible. This one's hard to get to before she starts moving, on maddening, at least for me. You know, overall, it's fine. Goddess Dance. Oh, frick! The instruct is different things depending on what type of unit has Byleth, it's not dexterity, it's resistance. I like that, actually. I actually really like that being resistance. Okay. Let's just Dark Inferno her so she's, like, really, like, crisp. Oh, what? And then I'll just have Ivy engage and kill for Ivy to get a level up. Yeah, you kill quite easily. Let's use Elfire because you actually have a hit rate. Cool. And 30 minutes of gameplay, essentially, on camera. 2 maps. Bond conversations. That is pretty crazy how much we got done this video. Oh my good golly. Good golly, Miss Smalley. Nice.
Wow, you beat me soundly. You're very strong.
And you were as skilled as I expected. Very powerful, too. I wonder if I could be like you. If I grew up on the plains, I mean.
Perhaps. I learned to fight out here, but I learned more when I met Eliwood and Hector.
Hey, there they are!
Together. Sometimes we compete with one another, just like this. They helped me to learn of justice and courage, and they gave me the strength to trust others. And that strength has made me who I am today.
When I woke, I had no memories and no one I felt I could rely on. But now I have so many friends around me to teach me about the world and about myself. I hope that at the end of my journey, I'll be as strong as them. And you.
You'll definitely become much stronger. I'm sure of it. Of course, I'll help too.
Thank you, Lynn.
Holy cow, next recording session, if everything goes to plan, next recording session, I'm not playing a single emblem map. Only numbered chapters. Oh my good golly gracious, that's incredible. Whew. 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 That was fun. That was fun. I got those maps out so fast. I wish main chapters could be that fast, though most of the time main chapters is the story. Ugh. But holy cow. I can only imagine what it'd feel like the nostalgia that if FE7 was your first game to finally be able to walk the plains of Sakai. All these years later. That'd be pretty epic gamer. Anyways, while I'm remembering, let's put Fagotto right back on. It is kind of tempting to like just bond fragment. Oh goodness, target. Oh, it's a target. Target's not very good with getting. Yeah, I hate target for the Divine Edition drops. Not Divine Edition, the Collector's Edition of Choose the Kingdom drops. I hate it. But to be able to walk Sakai when it's your first Fire Emblem game probably is like feels pretty cool.
Well done.
I didn't feel anything. Walking the arena is what felt really cool as when I first played this game, and walking the FE4 Sigur's Paralogue. That one was awesome. As FE4 is one of my favorite games of all time. If you did not know. Just behind Breath of the Wild. And even then, it's pretty fierce competition between the two. I love that game so much. So that walking, the exploration after that Paralogue was something else, I tell ya. Something else. The Leaf one was also kind of fun. Anyway, woo! We still have 2 more Paralogues. The Byleth one will be pretty easy. Even on maddening, it actually was pretty easy. Ike's is a pain in the ass. No matter how you play it. Anyways, let's go to the Somniel. Let's get a shorter video, too. That'd be nice. Oh. You know, that'd be nice. Let's go to the well. Supports. I have a bond conversation. That's it. That's it. That's done. We're done. We're done. It's gonna be so weird. So weird. We had a long video and then a short one. The short one has 2 minutes. Oh my. I just, you know, that's just how it be sometimes. Oops, there's a wall there. I wonder what quality of life feature they're gonna add here. Because this is gonna be the last video recorded before the DLC drops. I'm trying to think, is this video gonna be up after the DLC launches? I wanna say yeah. Next video, the final wave of DLC will be out. Oh. God, that's awful. Wait, how many stars is that? Is that just Vulneraries? That's actually pretty good, because I got an Adept book. I don't know if you can hear Copper. Okay, fine. I think it is better, even if you don't, like, get to another star. Like, I think, I don't know. I don't know for sure. But I think. I know we have 1 bond. Yeah.
I grew up entrenched in courtly intrigue. It's left me with great difficulty putting trust in others.
Trust is difficult for me as well, but the only alternative is loneliness.
I would pick up Copper and show her on camera, but it's kind of hard to, because she sits different than Autumn did, so. Oh! Yeah. I was going to try, but she said no, thank you. She said, Alex, no.
Divine One! Divine One! Since you appear human, I am curious. What are the differences between dragon and human?
Let's see. We live a bit longer than humans. We're typically stronger and more agile. You're right about appearance, though. We look much the same.
Interesting. Oh, is it also true that you slumbered in the Somniel for 1,000 years? What was it that woke you after all that time? Did you tire of sleeping?
To be honest, I'm not sure.
I see. And what were you doing before you went to sleep?
I'm sorry. I don't remember much from before I woke up.
A pity.
You're asking lots of questions, Kagetsu. Why are you so interested in me?
Why should I not be? We are friends, of course.
Friends? We've actually not spoken that much.
To my mind, we have been friends ever since we first spoke. And I like to know my friends. Is it not so for you? Do you not want to be my friend?
No, of course I do.
Good. Then I would like to know all about you so we can strengthen our bond.
So, I should get comfortable and brace for more questions. Got it.
Yes, I see it! Princess Ivy, dinner tonight shall be... vegetable stir-fry!
I see.
Your response is very underwhelming. Do you dislike stir-fry?
I don't have strong feelings about the menu.
Then what does it mean when your face wears this dubious look?
I am thinking. You have the ability to see the future. You never predict anything important, but your predictions are correct every single time.
Kind of you to notice.
It was not a compliment. I don't understand how you do it. I find it unsettling.
I am unsettling? Why?
You are an unknown quantity. I dislike unknown quantities.
You dislike me, Princess Ivy. We each have our tastes, I suppose, but this makes me sad. Wait, even if you do not like me, I like you enough for both of us, so there is no problem.
You are a strange one, Kagetsu.
There you are. There is your joy. To bring such joy to your face is at least some compensation for your dislike.
One more. Wow, 40-minute video, crazy.
Pardon,
With 2 maps.
Fisheron. Have you a moment to spare?
Of course.
Forgive me if this seems impertinent, but are you the son of a Pyrenees count?
I am.
Marvelous! I wonder if, as a noble, you might deign to do me a favor.
I suppose so. What sort of favor?
Well, as you know, I serve the Crown Princess of Solm. To avoid embarrassing the royal family, I take pains to abide by the rules of high society. Yet, with respect to many noble customs, I remain rather ill at ease. Thus, I would like you to instruct me in the manners and etiquette of your homeland.
Sure, I can do that.
Why, thank you.
I've been curious about Solmic etiquette too. Since we both serve our respective royal families, it might be fun to teach each other.
A splendid idea. There is much to be learned, much to be taught. I can scarcely wait.
Here's to education.
Woo! Hoo-hoo-hoo. Well, YouTube, that's all for this time. I'll save. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.